Hello, friends. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of dropping by, I want to thank you for your time. Then, to my returning subscribers, thank you for your amazing support. I really appreciate every one of you. Okay, in today's video, I want to share my experience on how I was able to quit from my 9 to 5 job finally. And today, I'm now living the life of my dream. I want to share my experience with you with the hope that it will encourage you on your journey and it will make you, brace up in whatever you're doing, hoping that maybe one day you want to quit your job, you want to follow your passion, you want to do what you love. So this video will help you as I share my experience. So we move. All right. I think from my previous video, you should be aware that I have worked the 9 to 5 for the past 10 years, and finally I decided to quit my job last year. So yeah, that was a major decision I did, and it has been an amazing experience ever since I took that decision. Yes, I did not just take that decision and acted upon it immediately. No, it took me years to prepare myself for the journey ahead. Okay, that was like, let me just say 5 years ago. That was when I woke up to the reality that, oh no, this is a lie. I cannot achieve my dreams and the life I wanted doing this job because at a point it became so monotonous, doing one thing repeatedly. There wasn't any change. Okay, when I started initially, at least after 1 year, I'll be transferred. I will have another experience, another supervisor, another work environment, another colleague to So after another 1 year, 2 year, I'll be transferred again. So they keep swapping, keep changing people. So keep changing some certain things, so you will not really feel it that, oh, you're wasting a lot of your potentials and time here. So you just see that, oh, life goes on, it's getting fun, you're having fun and all that, you're experiencing people. But it started dawning on me, I think that was 5 years after. I told myself that it's not getting nice anymore. There's no pleasure in it anymore. ah they keep that same supervisor, they will rotate and rotate, the person will come back again, the same colleague. And some of my colleagues, then some of them decided to leave us. They said let them go and test the waters in other fields. They came back and we are testifying that, oh, it's the same thing. No, I thought maybe when I leave this place, i'm gonna get I'm gonna get a higher pay, I'm gonna get a better working environment. But lo and behold, it's the same thing. So that even made some of us that wanted to, like, okay, stop work then and maybe move on to another firm. It was discouraging because they told us that whatever we're experiencing here is still the same thing we're experiencing over there. So, like, the grass is not also green over there, it's also gray. It's only green when you water it. So that mindset alone now made us like, okay, let's just manage what we have because it's not greener over there. So that was the um first inspiration we got. And me personally, I relaxed and said, okay, let me just manage this one I have. From there, I can work out something. So for that year, I managed again until the next year. I was like, the year ended, and I tried to take stock of my life at the end of the year to, make some projections for the next year. And I found out that, come, I've not really achieved much. Oh. It's just like a vicious circle. Okay, all the money that came in, how much went, everything went out. What was the achievement? Nothing. What did you do? You were just solving problem. You were just transporting, paying fees, house rent, and all that. I was like, no, now I'm supposed to, like, be having some portions of even the savings I had then. One issue would just come like that and carry it. And that time I was still young. So though I'm young now, but I was way younger and I had little experience of, financial planning, budgeting, and all those stuff. So, the usual grind of 9 to 5 now. Most of us, we spend our money even before the month has ended. We end because it's barely enough. And when you now have a family, if you're someone living singly, fine, that's easy kind of. But if you're someone that has a family, you have extended family to take care of, you have your children, school fees, and while as a mother, I I had some domestic servants that will be assisting me there. So to some extent, I have to pay them. To some extent, I have to send them on in school. To some extent, I have to put them on a vocational school to learn some trade. So those people also was also taking part of the salary. So at the end of the month, you find out that you cannot even save some reasonable amount. So it keeps going and going and going, and I was like, no, this is becoming tougher. I think I needed to augment the salary, and that was what gave me the zeal to like start yearning for something to do to augment the salary. But that something to do should not be something that will like take the whole of my time. Now, I'm not going to add a third thing into my life. I am a 9 to 5 worker. I'm already a mom of 3 kids, and now I'm going to be looking for an extra source of income I'm going to add. So I kept thinking to sometimes I even stayed up late in the night trying to figure out what I can do to add up some income. So as at that time, I'm not really exposed to a lot of information in the internet. In fact, I wasn't an internet person because my job is just like tasking me. You can't even have time for anything else because you virtually go to work as early as 6:30, then I'm off because my distance is very fast. So I have to leave very, very early as 6:30, getting to the office to be in the office by 7:15 latest. Anything other than 7:15, you'll be debited 1,000 naira every day. So if they debit you 1,000 naira every day for 5 days, that's 5,000. How much is your salary at the end of the month plus your transportation? So we always try to beat up that time by waking up very early and leaving the house very early. So and when you go to the office, you submit your phone as early as 8 that we're expecting customers. You submit your phone, and that phone will be with your supervisor till 4. So when you talk about online internet, no, 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 because it's just like it's very strange because you don't even have the time. So by that 4 you're finishing, that's when customers are leaving your banking premises. So at that after that 4 o'clock, that is when you're trying to balance your account, you're trying to do a lot of things down. You are thinking of how to take yourself back home now, the transportation, the traffic, waiting for vehicle if you're not driving. Even if you are driving, is the worst because it's just better you don't even drive, because if you're driving and you meet that terrible traffic, you have to stay there till 11, maybe when the traffic have cleared, because sometimes it used to be very, very terrible. Most of you that knows Port Harcourt, if it's an oil midday, the road will be so blocked in the night. So it's just better on some of those days you don't even drive. You have to take a public transport so that when the traffic starts, you can just come down and use your leg and be trekking down. So when will you have the time to be checking online business and whatever that you want to do? So it was just totally out of the track for me. I never even thought of that one. So I was like, just like, what else can I do that can help me? So that was when I thought about one business then. I came up with a plan and I decided to be doing that business only on Saturdays. You understand? Only on Saturday. But that one day alone is not usually enough to do something meaningful. That's like the only day I have. On Sundays, you prepare the kids for church, from service, you start preparing for school and for work on Monday. So it was really terrible. Really, see this 9 to 5 grind, I really pity for the 9 to 5 work. I really pity for them. So it was actually out of love that I created this channel, mainly to share my 9 to 5 experience so that those that are listening to me will learn from my experience. If you're thinking of going to the 9 to 5 job, you should have a reason for going there, and you should know the specific time you're going to work there, maybe for 2 years, 3 years, and you know your target. Like I shared in one of my lectures, I was training some group of 9 to 5 workers on the things they will do, the 12 strategies they can use to quit their 9 to 5 job. I think I'll also do a video on that very soon. So I shared with them one of those strategies, having an exit plan as soon as you get into the job. So most of us make that mistake of just getting into the job and we don't have any plan of leaving. We just like, oh, hallelujah, praise the Lord, I've gotten a job, my dream job, and you just throw your life into it without even having an exit plan. So in my office, then we have what they call recitation of vision, mission, and core value. We call it our corporate philosophy. So every day we recite this thing, and what does it do? It programs our mind it makes it like indoctrinates us about the organization. It makes us to sell ourselves, our soul to the organization. Loyalty, we pledge our loyalty by devoting to carry on the company's vision, mission, and core value. Meanwhile, most of us will forget our own mission, vision, and core value. So we don't really look at those things. So for me, that was a changing situation for me. So I have to like look for something else, but it wasn't enough. So that was I started yearning for more. And that was when I took my time. I was like, no, I can't continue like this. So what did I do? I decided to try the online space. I decided to like beat off all the negativity and strive to go online. And since it wasn't convenient for me during my working hours, I took my leave. Yes, I took my leave, and during that period, I went. Though normally when you get home, maybe in the night, 8, 9, 10, or thereabout, you can fiddle on your phone and you see a lot of opportunities. So that was where I used to see some opportunities, but I don't used to take it serious because I wasn't that, interested in those things because of my time schedule. But when I really sat down, there was a day I came back around 11. Yeah, that day I came back around 11 in the night, and before I come back, my children have all slept. My husband was just standing at the road waiting for me to see me. He was trying to reach out to me. He couldn't because that day we had an issue in the office. So everybody was just concentrating on looking for that money. It was a very huge sum. So we spent almost 11 o'clock in the office. It was terrible. So that day I came back and I sat down and I cried. I was like, God, is this how I'll continue? And I am a mother, my children. So now who will now be taking care of my children? Hey, no, 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 no. I thought to myself, I said, no, I need to do something about it. I need to bear the pain, whatever it will take me to. But that doesn't mean I stopped my job immediately. I quitted. No, that wasn't when I quitted. That was when I quitted mentally. In fact, I lost the zeal for the job and I was like, no, I have to do something. That was when I actually started the quitting process many years back. And I started thinking that, oh, if I should quit now, it will weigh me down. It will affect me. It will affect my husband. It will affect everything, to affect the family finance. So I have to be strategic about it. So I started developing plans on how I can set up an extra source of income while I am still working. And that was where the online space came up because I tried every other thing I did. Even if I'm saying, okay, let me go and open a physical business, I need to be there. Even if I'm not going to be there, if I'm going to put someone there, how trusted is that person that is going to manage that business the way I want? No matter how I try to be, to be smart, putting CCTV, doing this and that, someone that is there can just take advantage of the fact that from 7:15 you're not around till 4 and you're not allowed to even step out. Once you enter there, you're not allowed to step out because my job jurisdiction require me going handling cash. So anybody handling cash, you don't step out of the banking hall till the close of business that the cash is inside the vault. So once the cash is out of the vault, you can't step out till the cash is in. So that's also one thing that also drew my attention towards marketing because now I notice that those that are in the marketing sector, they even come in anytime they want, they go out anytime they like, they close far early than I do. And not only that, they get promotions so fast because once they just know how to plan their strategy and meet their target, meet a client that will give them that volume, that even if it's just one, they have met their target for the year and they are good. You see them balling and you see them, looking good, having some, good amount of money from the commissions they make from their marketing gigs aside their salaries. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. This aspect is even the one I liked. But then I never liked marketing. No. I hated marketing. I was a shy person. I was an introvert. I was like, hey, but I can't do it too. This part is good, though, but I can't do it too. So I was like, that spirit now told me, why can't you do it? Look at what they are enjoying. You can learn it. All skills are learnable. And that was when I was like, oh, I think I can learn it. So after that year, I'm still admiring the marketing team because a time came that they needed to raise, the company came up with a strategic plan that they needed to raise all customers to be on their mobile platform, at least their USSD or any of their channels. So they have to recruit both the tellering points, everybody in the bank was indoctrinated to pursue that dream. And that was where I was also asked to go and join the marketing team to, get this target. And that was the very first time in my life, like seriously, I went on a marketing sales journey. So I was like stuttering. How do I say thing? How do I never knew, because then I was so naive. So, but I gathered that morale that, oh, sure, I have been admiring them. Let me just try it. Let me just learn. So what I did was to go to the mirror. I started talking to the mirror, convincing the mirror to open accounts with me, asking the mirror your passport, your ID card, those things that are required to open accounts. Then I also talked to them about the mobile app. This is a mobile app. You can use it to do this. Very easy to use. Actually, I was using it, so it wasn't difficult for me to convince someone. Something you're using, something you're good at. So that was where, after that day, I felt some little, you know, good about myself. I praised all that. Oh, I can actually do it too. It's not difficult, but I never took time to, go further. So I was still nursing what I would do and all that. So finally, one day I saw on the radio, I was just watching one Saturday and I heard over the radio that there's one company like that. You you come and buy things from their company and refer other people to come and buy from them, and you'll be earning a commission. Yes, I did a video on that. That was how I made my first 1 million naira as a 9 to 5 worker. So it was a network marketing company. So I was like, I've not heard this one before, let me go and find out. So I took one Saturday. Usually Saturdays are free, kind of, not all, to some extent, because some Saturdays and even Sundays we go on a meeting. So fortunately enough for me, that Saturday was vacant, and I was like, oh, glory be to God. I think this is the solution I've been looking for. So that Saturday I ran there to go and find out what is happening, and I found out that it was a network marketing company. You understand? The way they said it from the radio program, it didn't portray that. But when I now went there, because I was a smart woman, as they were detailing everything, I now noted that, oh, this is a network marketing company, and this is just like a strategy that they use to get people's attention to come and see what is happening. And I fell in for it because it promised to give me an opportunity to learn and grow. And the facilitator then, which happens to be my mentor even up till now, my number one mentor, because even in my post I used to acknowledge him that he was the one that gave me the first wind under my wings. So I saw how he was. I saw him. I was like, wow, this strategy, it comes from a sound mind. The guy is sound. I was like, wow. So I decided to submit to his mentorship. I followed him. I now made it a point of this that every Saturday I will come for training. I went online to, thank God the company was online. So I went online. I saw some marketing tips on how people were doing their presentation and all that I learned. Then there's one popular man they called Eric Warren. So he's like the baba in in network marketing then. So I had the book, I bought the book, I started reading, I went online, I saw his video. That was where I started practicing how to talk to people, how to face rejection, how to make your first sales, how to be a good sponsor, even if your sponsor doesn't, encourage you, how to encourage yourself, see yourself as the overall, have that leadership mindset from onset. So that was where I actually learned it. It was from a book. Then I also watched my mentor, replicate same, and it became easy for me. So that was why because I've been yearning to do something meaningful to get extra income. So when I now saw that opportunity, I grabbed it with both hands and I squeezed the juice out of it. That was why in less than 2 3 months, I've started experiencing massive growth already. So that was how I made my first 1 million naira as a network marketer. So I continued that way. I continued that way until maybe something have definitely in a company, there will always be a time where the company will experience hinge. So if you're a network marketer watching me, or you have had this experience of a network marketing, there will always be a time when the company will face some issues. But that doesn't mean that you should quit. You have to stay put and work towards overcoming that issue at that time. After that period, it will still get better. Yes, it always happens at a point in a network marketing company. So it happened in that company to the point that for some time, due to the death of their CEO, the product wasn't coming as at when due. The product was delayed for over 9 months, and that period, it was really tough. Yes, it was really tough for me because then I was still doing my 9 to 5, and a lot of people wanted to sign up, but there wasn't product to give to them. So I was like, no, because of where I work in the bank. I don't want you tomorrow you come and tell me that, oh, this is a Ponzi scheme. You took money for registration and there's no product to give me. So where's the money? So now me collecting their money for registration, meaning after registering them, I'll earn my bonuses, but I've not given them their product. So I don't want to sound like I'm a scam, and that was why I paused. And of course, now when you pause, if you don't continue immediately, the zeal may go down. Your team, the zeal may go down. And that was what happened for the next 9 months. I wasn't seeing the product. Everything now died down and I continued with my 9 to 5 again. But that taste of entrepreneurship, that because then the alert I was getting there, it was like every day I was like getting sometimes 50,000, sometimes 40, sometimes 30, sometimes 60, because I was now using the internet. So what I did was, because I'm not going to be coming physical to do any training with anybody, I started doing an online training only on Saturdays. So every morning on my Facebook, I'll put up a post. On WhatsApp, I'll put up a post about the business opportunity I saw that has been helping me. I've been earning some money daily. I put up a post then. If you are interested, please drop your comments below. I'll attend to you later. That's after work. In the night, I will not sleep. I will start attending to those people, conglomerating them into a group, gathering them on a group. Then on a Saturday, I will do a presentation. I even invited down my leader to be on that my group to help me with difficult questions, and that was how I grew massively. So as they are joining, they are sharing the link. Before I know, the group grew. People after the presentation, we show them a lot. We show them. Then there wasn't like something like video calls and all that. We have evolved now. Yes, then back then it was a alert that we used to show them pictures and all that. Those are one car and everything. So that was how people were convinced. And those that know me personally, they saw how things started changing for me. I changed my wardrobe, changed my apartment. Everything was just like looking so good because it was evident. Even the products I was taking them, it was reflecting all over my body, my faces. Those scars that were there weren't there again. So they were like seeing the evidence, and it convinced them to join the man. That was where I knew that, oh, so actually, this life of entrepreneurship, living the life of your dream, is really possible through this network marketing company. And that was when, so after they had that problem, actually, I wasn't disturbed. I just had that consolation. I was romancing that feeling that, oh, so I can actually do something aside my job and make a lot of money. I say, okay, that's magical. So the next thing is to look for another network marketing company that was promising to do. So I started looking for the one that will give me exactly what I am getting from this previous company, the way their payment plan is, the way their products are effective, it speaks for itself, the team you join and all that. But for some reasons, my 9 to 5 job became tasking again. I think I was transferred to a place that the distance was terrible. The distance was really terrible. I could not even compare it. So I wanted to now resign to follow the life of my dream then. But when I looked at my finance again, life happens. Yes, life happens. So I added another baby, so things became tough. So I said, okay, let me just be managing my 9 to 5 while I flex my muscle to launch into the world of entrepreneurship. And that was where I said, okay, I have to go into more learning. Because now this company have shown me that one day anything can happen and my source of income will just disappear like that. So I now started, you know, taking stock of what has given me the success so far. And I noticed that the online world was what made it possible, despite the fact that I was still in my 9 to 5, the online world. So that was when I now, this online of a thing, I think is promising. I think it's promising. I should pay more attention to it. So that was when I started, browsing more, anything that has to do with online making money. I started putting my interest in it. So from there, I was duped. Yes, I was duped though, because I was not looking for, anything that would promise me making money online. I was duped. So I came across an opportunity that said you have to invest money in Forest for a 20% ROI. Have to invest money in there. They will use it to trade. So that was where I was tricked, because me particularly, it's very difficult for you to trick me in all those things, because I always ask you, what are they using my money to do? This money you said you're going to pay me, where are they working? Because I believe in hard work. I don't believe in Ponzi. I believe in hard work. So many Ponzi have come, like the one they call MMM, where you just put money. After you put your money, you bring people who will bring. I say no, no, no. That's like the Madoff kind of thing, where you conglomerate people, bring their money, rob Peter and use it and paper. At a point, it will crash. So I never fell for those one. I never knew that the bigger one is waiting for me they tricked me by telling me that, oh, they use this money to trade forex. And then I was like trying to learn forex. I was like, oh, forex is a nice thing to do. You trade money, base currency, and all that. So I was like having this gist. I was like, okay, it's okay. They said they're trading forex. I never knew that it was another glorified Ponzi scheme. So I fell for it. So all my savings, actually, I won't say I won't say they duped me. I will say it's greed. It's pure greed, because when you're trying to like use 1,000 to get 10,000, is greedy now without putting in work. You didn't see yourself doing anything. No product was exchanged in replacement of your money. It's pure fraud. It's Ponzi. So I never knew then until I was not scammed. That was when it now cleared off my eye. And since then I was like, oh, it's not easy to scam me again, because I've known all their schemes and gyms. So that was it. It happened. Life happened. So I have to forgive myself, pick up from my pieces, and move on. That doesn't mean that everything online is scam, and that is what is wrong with so many 9 to 5 workers. When you present them with an opportunity that have changed your life, they'll say, I beg, all these online scheme, all of them are scam. No, all of them are not scam. Amidst the bad eggs, there are still good ones. Amidst bad people all over, people trying to rip you off your hard-earned money, there are still good people who have your best interest at heart. Good people who saw an opportunity that changed their life, and they're trying to share their story on how it changed their, and how it can also change your life. You're telling them it's scam. No, it's not all of them. So please be wise, okay? Ponzi is everywhere. This is January, and it will continue to it will, because people don't want to put in the work. People just want something that they can put their money and to start yielding more. And most people that fall prey to these things are 9 to 5 workers, because look at the scenario I just painted for you. We barely have time, and the expenses are choking. It's like this, almost killing you. So anything that anybody that shows you anything that was like, oh, you want to fall for it, because you are desperate to earn more. It's not even like leave greed first of all out of it. First of all, you are desperate to have, so anything they show, you won't even judge by based on normal reasoning. You will judge by emotion on the situation you are in, and that was what happened. So that is why I always encourage my workers to take learning seriously, because when you are constantly trying to improve yourself, improve your situation, improve the position you are, you'll be learning, and you come across a lot of opportunities that you can leverage on. But when you are just closed minded, that you don't want to, just focus on that your job every time, report there, do your job and go home. No room for expansion, no room for growth, no room for education. You will be static and you fall prey to these things. So that was what happened. I was scammed, but after that, I picked up my pieces. I forgave myself. I cried though. I cried. My savings went. So me, that's why I wanted to resign so many years ago. Because of that scam, I lost a lot of money. So I have to like start saving again. And you know what it is? As the time is going, the economy is becoming worse. The dollar rate exchange rate is increasing, expenses, we even went into inflation. From there we went into COVID-19, where it was almost like everybody were losing their jobs. So the little you have to even guard it just to stay afloat. So I'm even supposed to resign that time, but before I know, 2020 came up, and the pandemic broke in. So stopping my job then is like suicidal, because no hope again. Everybody was stopped from going to work. My oga nowhere, nobody can even go out to do anything. So it was only that my job that was like sustaining at that point. So that was how I said, okay, let me just stay put till this storm is over. So when the storm was over, that was when I was like, no, 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 no. I have to do something meaningful. So as God will have it, I came across a business opportunity that changed the game for me, and that is even the hit of this presentation tonight. The I came across a business model called affiliate marketing. How did it happen? Yes, I was just scrolling carelessly on Facebook one day, and I saw an advert by somebody. The lady said, just like me, the lady said, how can somebody be working in the bank for 5 years, one position, a teller, you nothing changed, the same debit and credit, the same everything. And she was living in Lagos then, so she was like complaining of how many hours she spent on the road trying to get to work every day and go back late. How will she see the man that she will marry? How will she take care of her children? Okay, imagine that she's not married now. She was like, no, 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 this thing have to change. So immediately she decided that she's going to quit. After like 3 years of working, she said she's going to quit. She quitted and came across affiliate marketing. And now affiliate marketing is now funding her lifestyle. She doesn't even go out to work. She goes out for pleasure, go to parks, amusement, that kind of thing, enjoy her life. Before you know, she got married. She now gave birth to a son, and she was like, oh, my life is okay now. And she was like encouraging people, especially women who leave their children in. And that period, I was really hearing it. I was seeing a lot of wahala with the people helping me take care of my kids from one problem to the other. So she was just like, it was just as if that Facebook advert was just for me. So as soon as I saw that story, I was like, wow, this is me. This is me. So she dropped the link to know more. So I followed her to her group and I saw what she was doing. Affiliate marketing. I was like, which one is affiliate marketing? She explained everything. This is a situation where, just like network marketing, but in this case, you partner with a company, you make a sales for them, you connect their products to a buyer, and as soon as anybody makes a sale, you earn a commission. And this one, the commission is as high. That is why it's better than network marketing. Each sale you make, you have 50% of the sales. But in network marketing, you may have like very little percentage, but just that you're going to be building a team of army or so. But in this one, you make one sale, one is one. So I was like, wow, like seriously. Say yes. So for instance, the company has a product that sells for 50,000 naira with a 50% commission for any affiliate that promotes it. So as soon as you make a sale, you're going to earn 25,000 naira instantly. So now, if you have a way of, gathering people to buy that product, you can actually determine how many people you can sell to in a day, just like the same training we had in network marketing. You talk to people, presentation and all that, pitch your sales state, follow up, the same 7 skills in network marketing, just apply it here. Know your audience, know how to talk to your audience, attract your audience, how to close a sale, how to follow up. These are still the same 7 skills you use in network marketing. That's the same thing you use here in affiliate marketing, but just that this one now the commission is higher. You just start. And now you have variety of products to choose from, unlike in network marketing where you're just fixed to that your company's products. You can't go beyond it. But this one, you have up to as many products as you want to pick from there. Anyone that resonates with your audience, you sell to them. And you can also be an international affiliate. You don't really need to, end up in Nigeria. You can join ClickBank, all those international affiliate companies, and you earn money in dollars, even if you're living in your local country. So it sounds so good to be true until I like, oh, let me try it. Let me try it. It's a nice one. So I signed up. I signed up and I started. So initially I was having that mindset that, oh, I'm gonna be making money quick, 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 the same way I made in network marketing then. But I forgot that in every business there are skills to learn. Yes, there are skills to learn. Don't join in any business, especially this 2023. Don't go and join any business with the mindset that I will be cashing out immediately. No. The first thing you should devote yourself to is to learn. 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 When you have learnt, the next thing that will follow is E. They will remove the L. E EARN. You now start earning. So that's the first thing. But most people, because of how desperate they are and because of how greedy they are, they will remove that learning and they want to learn. They want to earn first before they will learn, and which is wrong. You can't put the cart before the horse. It must follow the process of the horse before the cart. So the horse is the learning and the cart is the earning. So please take that in. So that was it. I was able to, start learning the process again, all over again, everything. And in this one, the most striking thing about affiliate marketing is you having an offer, an irresistible offer to offer to your clients. Something that offer is just like Jara, just like Jara. They are buying this phone. Yes, this is my phone. They are buying this phone. This phone is a product you're selling, but you're gonna make them an offer that if they should buy this phone from you, you're gonna add an earpiece for them for free. Not only that, because they have bought, you're going to add a pouch too for them. So now your product is this phone, this pouch, and this earpiece becomes your offer. Do you know one striking thing I've noticed over time? People will buy this phone just because of this pouch and earpiece. This offer, this is what we attract them. They may not want the phone that badly, But when they now saw this pouch, especially for ladies, this pouch looks like a teddy bear. Oh, when I'm feeling lonely, I'm gonna hug it, I'm gonna be touching it. It looks so soft. Then this one for convenience. Oh, you're in a car, you're in a traffic, you don't need to say head, you just have to use this to answer your call. So, or an earpod. These are the things that will attract them to come and buy your offer. So these are the things I learned during my training on that affiliate market. I learned how to create an offer and make it irresistible. So these are the changing game for me. And before you know, almost I started seeing results. I started seeing results. The kind of result I saw, that was what now made me. I now had the courage that, oh, this one paid me faster than even network marketing should do, because the kind of money I realized immediately, all the things I needed for my business. I now decided that, oh, actually I can actually now quit, because everything I needed now I can get it. So the next year, so when I now started seeing results on my affiliate business, I decided to quit. So I told my boss, one of my boss then, Mr. Namdi, I told him that, oh, I want to quit this year. By December, I'm looking at quitting. He was like, see, Vivian, I admire you so much. Do you know that I've been following all your posts on Facebook? Do you know I've been following you on WhatsApp? That of all that whenever he wakes, he has this addition of checking his phone every morning. That whenever he wakes up, he always sees my post. That I am one of those persons that he always reads her post every day. Like it's an addition, because I was so consistent then every day, because that was one thing that is a game changer, is consistency. Consistency in whatever you do. Don't do it today and go and relax that, they're not buying. No, 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 no. Whether they are buying or not, I was posting about my business. I was talking about affiliate marketing. I was talking about how it has changed my life. I was showing people how I've been earning, how I have learned one or two things. I will share with them. You understand? If I'm reading a book, I'll share with them. So it was like, I've been seeing your consistency is a good one. Keep it up. That you know that I read your WhatsApp status every day. That amongst all the thousands of status that pops up on my phone, is your own. I always search for, because you always motivate me. You always encourage people. In fact, I give it to you. Keep it up. I was like seriously, have you been seeing? I said, but I've not been seeing you watch my status. Instead, oh, you don't know that there's a way someone can watch your status without you knowing that the person have watched it. I said, I don't know. It's okay, just know that I'm admiring. So when I now told him that I want to quit, he now told me that yes, so I'm seeing what you're doing, but I would advise you to put in one more year. Let your business start paying you above your salary before you can now quit. And I thought about that thing. And that period, I really made up my mind though. I've really made up my mind about that period. That's okay. The kind of environment I now found myself, I say, wow, it's as if it's like a consolation for all the previous environment I've had ever since I've been working for the past 9 years. You understand? For the past 9 years, all the environment I've been having, the kind of colleague, the kind of bosses, the working environment, the customers. So because I changed branch, so it was like I'm starting a job all over again. I had fun. I had the best of colleagues. It was just like play, play. You will laugh and smile and be happy. You have that team spirit, that collaboration. I had everything. Most of all, I was closing so early. There is one of my supervisors. Her name is Rebecca. She came into. I met her at the branch when I was transferred there, and for the first time in my life, I went home around 5. I was like, Jesus, is this like real? Even when my kids saw me, my kids screamed, Mommy, is that you? I said, yes, it's me. They have not experienced that before, because it's usually 7, 8, sometimes 9, sometimes that there will be traffic, 9:30. So most of the time they would have slept. Most of the time before I come back, children now, they don't know if you're tired or not. Oh, they don't know. They will jump on you, mommy this, they will start complaining everything that happened during the day. Oh, I pity them, because at that point they're explaining those things to me, I'm already exhausted. I'm like, I'm a tube and tired. I'm just so tired. I don't even want to listen again, but you just have to. Okay, they'll be telling, Mommy, see now, Mommy, I was telling you I missed those periods of my life with them. It wasn't funny. Sometimes I feel like crying. I'll carry them, I'll feel like crying. I'm like, God, how will I have time to pass morale to my children? I say, well, That was even what motivated me the most, that I'm going to stop this job so that I can have time for my babies. I can have fun with them. I can always be there to listen to this, their, what happened in school. They want to share their experience. They want to talk to you, but you're always tired. You shout and scream at them. Can't you see I'm tired? Can't you see mommy just coming back? When mommy just come back, please just allow me to rest for like 5 minutes. Bring water for me. Ask me how was my day. Massage my feet. This is what I'll be telling them. That's because I don't have time. Okay, now only on Saturday that you have with your kids, you will even be going for meetings. It's really heartbreaking. Oh. Then upon that, you want to cook a cook meal that will last for the whole week because yeah, it's not funny. But finally, thank God. So he advised me to put in 1 more year so that my business can start, bringing out more income, and then I can now say, okay, fine, I should not tighten one or two knots. So that was what he said. So I now looked at it. I was like, wow, I think this is okay, because now in this branch, I don't close late again. I don't close so late. Highest 5:30, I'm at home. I don't know how she used to do it, but once it's 2 3, she have started screening. Oh yeah, oh, start rounding up on your head. Start rounding up. Just tell yourself we are closing in the next 2 hours. Oh yeah, whatever you are doing, add speed, speed accuracy. She'll just be going round. If there are excess cash, she on her own will stand up, move out the cash for you, vault it in, strap it for you. Oh yeah, give me your paper. Oh yeah, sell it on your system. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. That's a very nice leadership trait that I have not experienced for a long time. Yes, I experienced it once with one of my boss, Afamifle is his name. But it was this lady now that showed me another example of such. So for a very long time, see, most supervisors, you guys should learn. You people should lead by example. Yes, you people should lead by example. When you do these things, it doesn't make you less of who you are. It makes you more of who you are. It accords you more respect. It accords you more. In fact, more honor. Trying to is not. Yes, I know that they told us to always ease our supervisor off their stress. So you carry your own stress and carry the one of your supervisor. But sometimes it's vice versa. That's how we know credible leaders. In turns, they come back and assist us because we're always overwhelmed. So this lady saw it that, oh, if I want those people to close early, I shouldn't push everything down to them. I need to assist. Me too, I want to go early. So it's my thing too. It's a teamwork. Okay. Not okay. Now then we want to go early. Should no. She will stand up, but sometimes sef she will call some customers and attend to them and give you to post so that the queue will reduce, and you think straight. In fact, it was magical. So that was what made me to stay extra 1 year. That alone made me to stay extra 1 year, because at the end of the day, I close so early. I close so early. I will still have the chance to rush into the market on a very broad daylight, buy things I want to buy, come back on time, play with my kids. When they have slept around 9, I will start my cooking. I'll start my cooking till maybe that kind 11, put in fridge, stock everything. Then I will sleep. Early morning around 4, I'll wake up again and now do my school run. So that made my life easy. I started becoming happy. But that doesn't still mean that I will not resign. Oh, but at least I enjoyed the last 1 year before my resignation. Yes, I really enjoyed it. So it the thing that dawned on me as soon as the lady was transferred. Oh, I said, okay, finally, nothing is keeping me, because as soon as she left my branch, starting from that day, we started coming back late again. Everybody now relaxed. Even me, that me, I'm used to going early now, so I always have to like do things. I took up the leadership spirit of, leadership team spirit of, oh yeah, oh, let's go. Even if she's not around, we can do it, my dear. Everybody will just relax. After all, now you won't go early. Now you are the one that will start gingering. It's not my business. I'm not going, and my kids are not waiting for me and all that. So it became so annoying, but to a point I didn't take it personal. I just zeroed my mind that, okay, fine, the 1 year is already elapsing, so I'm leaving. So I now put that in my mind. So even though I have decided that, I still worked towards trying to close early, but to some extent it wasn't feasible. So I just saw it as part of life and moved on. So finally, when time came, I told myself that, oh, I think this is the right time to say bye. So saying bye, I had no regret at all whatsoever, because all the things I've listed out that I want to achieve, I've been able to achieve it to like 95%. Yes, to like 95%. I've been able to, get my laptop, get all my equipment that I needed. put one or two things in order. So I was like, I was resigning in grand style, not with regrets, with my full chest, knowing that yes, so I already have skill sets that will enable me to be earning money, even more than my salary in a month. So I never had that thought of I will go and then I'll be miserable or I'll start looking for a job again. I didn't realize that I'm going to look for a job again because after working for 10 years, I told myself, no, if ever I'm going to work anything, it's going to be in my own company. So before I resign, I've already registered my company. I've set up my YouTube channel. I've learned a lot of skills in affiliate marketing. I've written my books. I've written my book. I wrote two books. Yes, Becoming a Financial Woman. So I've been selling that book. That book is like on auto run. It's already on auto run. It's even on seller. So you can buy from any part of the world. So I've written my books, which is already selling. I have classes I've organized for people, 9 to 5 workers. I have paid classes where I teach people what to do online to earn money. I have my YouTube channel where I share my experience for people to learn from. I do a lot of things offline and online. So I was like, I'm fine. I no need of, you know, keep up working. At the end of the day, you're still getting the same salary, no promotion just because you're a contract staff. These ones are main staff and all that. So the day I announced my resignation officially, everybody was like, they were like crying. I said, no, they were like, some people were like, you have mind though. You mean you just resigned? Are you traveling abroad? I said, I'm not traveling abroad. You're gonna I say, yes, I'm not going anywhere. I'm at home. I'm resigning to go to my kitchen and go to my home with my kids. They were like seriously. That God, when would they be like me? When would they be like me? Resigning just to go home. Hey, that I was like, it's possible that you can do it. He said, no, it's not easy for me. That eh, you have morale to do that, that they don't even know when. I was like, really? I was like, really? So that means people go into this 9 to 5 job without even thinking when I'm going to come out, or no, 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 that's not a good thing. So even in my today, I did 4 reasons why you should work a 9 to 5. So though, well, I don't blame them. Many people, they are the first category actually. They are well paid and that's their passion. But even if it's your passion, something that is not your own is not your own. Would you want to choose to work for 35 years and resign and then resign tired, resign broke, because you can never be a rich person working a 9 to 5. Go and check all the people that did 9 to 5. All of them ended wretched. Yes, ended because your income is like capped. You can't go beyond this. Even if you're at certain level, just know that you have earned more than that money for your employer. So why meanwhile your employer is out there flexing his life, traveling abroad, going for trips, going for trainings, learning more, then he will just pay you to be managing his business. You have to think beyond that. I didn't say working the 9 to 5 is bad, though. Never. You should be there for a specific period of time and for a purpose. That purpose should be for learning. You go there and assume the position of a learner. You go there and learn how to build structure. You learn how to manage an organization. You learn how to run your personal finance. You learn budgeting, you learn savings, you learn interpersonal relationship, you build team there. You learn how to build team, how to coordinate, how to be a team player, how to be a boss. But fortunately enough, many 9 to 5 workers go there as a hiding place from poverty. They just go and hide. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to learn. They just want to be there and be collecting salary. Most people just go there and sit down and while away time. They won't work. Yes, alongside my job, I came across so many colleagues that they hated work. They just want to be there to be passing time so that every end of the month they will pay them. That's not nice. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Go there, put in the work. You will not die. Put in the work. You will learn. And when you come out a better version of you. Even when you're going to another organization, they will ask you, why are you leaving this organization? They want to see whether you are a team player, whether you added value or you cost commission and they sack you, or you're not contributing anything at all. They will go and ask your organization, how was this person faring when he or she was, and you end up losing your job. You think everything you do matters. Oh, it matters. So take life seriously. So even if you are still in your 9 to 5 job and you're not quitting now, you're not quitting tomorrow, yes, take that position of a learner. Be learning while you go online. Online now is our stage. Oh. In case you don't know, yeah, so most of you are asking, what can tell us what job is, what business 9 to 5 worker can do alongside their job. For me, the best sure bet is online, go online. Whatever you're doing offline, bring it online. It's very convenient, very easy. Okay. AI is everywhere now. ChatGPT is everywhere to help you with everything you need to do. You need to do sales copy. The one that is even trending now is videos. Anything you want to sell, just communicate it to people in video. There's a uniqueness in you. There's a gift in you that the world wants to see. They want to hear your voice. They want to see your face. They want to see how your lips move. Just like if you're watching me now, yes? That is your uniqueness. No other person does it better than you. No other person does it better than me. I do it the best. The way I'm looking at you, my composure, my face, everything, that is my uniqueness. That's what people want to buy from you. So you are the product. Yeah, you are the product. Yes, you're looking for what to sell. You are the product. Sell yourself. Come out there, if not for anything, come like what I've been doing on my Facebook. Just come out every morning and say, okay, today I want to read a chapter of this book for you every day and be consistent. You will draw attention to yourself. People will start listening to you every day and be blessed. They will see you as an authority in that field. And tomorrow, when you tell them that you have written a book, or the name is Financial Woman, they'll say, I want to buy a copy. And from there, you can start. That was what happens. From there, you can start. So you don't even need a product. You don't need any, I want to sell this, I want to own a shop. That's old fashioned. That's the new trend now. We have moved. The Bible said, the race is not for the swift, nor for the strong, but time and chance happens to them all. So it's no longer you that is strong again, that you have muscle to lift bags of cement, that you make money. No, it's no longer that you can run faster. If not, all these all these agberos that are lifting things at the market for people, they would have become very rich. But how much did they pay them after carrying heavy load of tomatoes from they will pay them 100 naira, even 50 naira. So it's not of the strong, it's time and chance. Time have changed. This is the era where a 9 to 5 worker can be at home safe. Like as I'm at home now, I'm not going for how many days I've not stepped out of my gate. I've been at home. But if I tell you how much I've made on my phone, you will scream. You will scream. You will scream. Just how many days I closed the deal of 810,000 just on my phone. I didn't step out of my house. 810,000. That's just one of the gigs by doing things online. So the first product should be yourself. Work on yourself. Learn. Study. Be the better version of yourself. Improve in the condition you are. Many next five, we don't have time to read. If you tell them to read now, oh, I don't have time. See, if you keep making excuses, you go hear them. You will hear them this 2024. You have to read. Like this January, the first thing I started was I'm going to read books. Look at the books I've bought so far that I'm going to read. Every day I read it. So I just decided to like be sharing some of the exams with my Facebook community and WhatsApp. Okay, look at the books I've bought. This one is Raising Godly Kids. I decided to buy these books on parenting to improve my parenting journey because for the past 10 years, my children have not really had a feel of me physically. Just they are just having me in bits and pieces. So I want them to have the feel of me and I need to pass on values to them. Thank God they are still young. So I'm still lucky to catch them young now that they are young. So the society is something else. So you need to like inculcate values into your kids for them to be meaningful to stand the society because the influence from the society, the influence from TV, the influence from media is powerful. So if you don't give them something stronger inside, they will be overshadowed. So that is why I got this book, Raising Godly Kids. I have this one, The Leadership Secret of Jesus. I already have another one by this same Mike Murdoch about Solomon, the life of the richest man or something like that. Solomon, I think I'll bring it there. I have this one. Okay, look at the one I bought for my kids, student companion, so that to all of us, while we are at home, we can be reading it together. Let me show you the books I'm reading for the year. This is Overcoming Crisis. These are my books. This is Retire Young, Retire Rich. I hope you're seeing it. Retire Young, Retire Rich. So these are the books I'm consuming for the year. Here is another one, Responsive Parenting. Here is another one, ABC of Parenting. Here's another one, With Love, Mom. Here's another one, 10 Great Women of Exploit. So these are all the books I am reading to gain knowledge on my parenting journey, on my financial life, on my business, on every. So tell me, after reading this book, you're gonna be wiser, you're gonna have knowledge, and when you're talking about these fields, you become an expert, right? When tomorrow I come up now and told you about parenting, how I train my children, you will believe me because I have learned from 10 great women who were doing it. I've been mentored. So, same thing. Whatever you want to do, look for mentors in that field. Whatever business, look for somebody, an idol you can look up to. Follow that person. You may not have the whole money to pay for the person's mentorship, but you may have access to their material, something like their books, their video clips. Go to their maybe their YouTube channel, go to their Facebook or wall. You'll see those informations there. Pick them, consume them, consume them, and have knowledge. Those people are already experienced. They have like 4 to 5 or 10 years experience. So you now coming in contact with them, it will shorten your journey to make you not to go a long way before you experience their success. So that is just one thing about mentors. When you come in contact with them, they will share their experience with you. So those things that would have taken you 10 years to go there, they have already been there. It will take you like 1 year to make you experience success faster. Okay, so don't think it's expensive. Even if they ask you to pay for their mentorship, please pay. Any amount they mention is going to save you expenses in the future. It's going to save you mistakes and pitfalls you would have fallen into. So please pay for mentorship. Read books. Follow people of influence. Have a mentor. These things will help you. So these are the things I did. And finally, here I am. I quitted, started the life of my dream, started my YouTube channel, and now I'm thriving. So you too can do same. It's not difficult. It's just starting with taking a decision. Taking a decision and looking at your current situation and seeing that, oh, this place I am is not where I want to be. This is not my dream business. This is not my dream life. This is not what I plan to be. And knowing that whatever you wanted to be before now, it is still achievable 100%. For the fact that you are still alive, you can pursue that dream, you can pursue that goal. It is achievable. Anything you want to, like me, I decided that, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home mom that will have time for the children, that will have time to do my online business, that will have time to go to church, to worship my God, to give time to myself. That was what I decided from initial. I decided that I want to own my own money, still owning my time. Yes, you can eat your cake and have it too, in case you don't know. You can eat your cake and have it. It's all about planning. Okay, so we have come to the end of this program, the end of this presentation. So if you're here, you're still trying to be like me, please, you can. It's possible. But please do it strategically. Mm? Do it strategically. Like subsequently, I'm going to do the next video. So watch out for the next video where I'll show you the 12 strategies I used to quit. The 12 strategies I used to quit. So watch out for that video. I'm going to do it so that you know the strategies. One of them is managing your time, managing your money, knowing your area of strength, starting a side income, learning a skill, you know, that this, I think 12 of them. So that will be the next video I'm going to do so that you apply the strategy one after the other. Then you also know which stage you are so that you can now intensify effort, because quitting your job is not just something you do at once. You have to quit first from your mind mentally. You have to mentally detach yourself first before you can now do it physically. So when I say quit your job, don't do it immediately without thinking or without having plans put in place. It will choke you, and I don't want that for you. All right, bye. So remember, if you have been here since the beginning of this video till now, wow, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. So remember to hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and turn off the bell notification so that as I post my next video, you'll be able to see it. And also remember to share to your friends. Till I come your way next time. Take care. Bye.